Today on Fox 10 News at 4, spring break is just around the corner. Are Gulf Shores officials ready for the crowds? Your look at a new strategy and the rules to know before hitting the sand.
Plus, the takeaways from last night's history-making State of the State address. We'll have the highlights and reaction to the president's message to the nation.
And we are tracking a chance of some showers getting back into the forecast area, but we're also looking at some very warm temperatures. I'll have the details on what we're expecting coming up.
First on the Gulf Coast with breaking news and weather. Fox 10 News starts now.
Well, hey there, and thank you for watching Fox 10 News at 4. I'm Shelby Myers.
And I'm Lenny Slagan. Thank you for looking in on this Wednesday.
Well, first today, Gulf Shores police want new tools to keep spring break safe, including an expanded curfew and a new law targeting loitering at local businesses.
This marks the 11th year the city has enforced an alcohol ban during spring break. And this year, the police department is asking the city to amend the curfew from midnight to 10 p.m. and create a law that would make it illegal to park and hang around certain businesses if you're not a customer.
Those businesses would be required to post signs warning customers and drivers of the law. Police say these changes stem from a recent law enforcement summit with other coastal police departments who have also dealt with spring break challenges. The goal is to give those who would incite violence fewer opportunities to do so.
The police presence isn't necessarily a deterrent. So we got together, got the command staff together and say, what do we have on the books and what do we need on the books to protect the city, to maintain a peaceful, tranquil beachfront for families to come and enjoy. And so this year we're taking a proactive posture with the way we address spring break.
Gulf Shores has reported shootings during spring break for 2 consecutive years involving older teenagers. Coming up tonight at 5, you will hear from a Gulf Shores teen and some business owners about their thoughts on the proposed changes.
Well, spring break weather out there today, kind of. It's warm, sunny, a little bit of cloud coverage in this shot you're seeing now, but earlier in the day definitely saw that sunshine and a stark change from what we've seen the past couple days.
Oh, for sure. Let's go ahead and take it over to our chief meteorologist, Jason Smith, to talk about the kind of day we're having. Not bad out there.
Much better as expected. The winds are out of the south. It's kind of breezy, but that's the right direction to give us a warming trend. And we've got more warm weather. The question will just be, will we see some raindrops? I think you'll like the temperatures as we head towards the weekend. Here's what we have going on out there right now. Our futurecast shows some scattered clouds across the area. But tomorrow, we're going to see the potential with this southerly flow for a few isolated showers in our area. It doesn't look like a ton of rain, kind of widely scattered. Some of the high-res models showing a little bit more than this version of the Futurecast, but it's just going to be a little showery. We've got a line of storms that'll start to drop into the area. At this point, there's no formal severe weather risk, but we may get some rumbles and some downpours, and that will happen in the early morning hours of Friday. And it's possible Friday morning we wake up to wet conditions in some spots. You can see right around 6 a.m. some scattered showers and storms, and that'll push through. By the afternoon on Friday, we clear out and we should be good in time for the weekend, and it's mainly a temperature forecast going forward. Right now, we mentioned the warmer weather, and traffic's moving. It's slowing down a little bit, getting into the Wallace Tunnel. We're at 70 degrees in downtown Mobile. The camera's shaking a little with the gusty winds and our Eastern Shore Toyota Hyundai view looking pretty good. Our satellite radar picture here shows no isolated showers really of consequence in the area yet. Maybe a couple of sprinkles up into Greene County to monitor. Our temperatures will not be cold tonight. Last night was a little better, but it was still chilly. Tonight, we're thinking lows in the lower 60s in many spots. So we're looking at milder temperatures for overnight lows, for daytime highs. I'll take you through that extended forecast coming up.
All right, Jason, see you in just a few. Well, covering the State House now, lawmakers on both sides rejecting a bill the sponsor says is intended to inform you about hospital staffing levels.
Alabama political correspondent Jessica Umbro is live outside the State House to explain this bipartisan block.
Yes, this bill would have required hospitals to report how many and how often there are doctors working in their emergency departments. Since this bill did not get out of the committee, the bill's chances of becoming law are now slim to, you could even say, none in most cases. Some Republicans on the Senate Health Committee supported the idea, but most and all Democrats opposed it. In addition to maintaining staffing data, this bill requires hospitals to post that information online and in the emergency department. Lawmakers question the point of this and whether it would put a strain on rural hospitals. The bill's sponsor says he's frustrated with what he calls a vote against transparency.
And that's all this bill does, is says you have to report whether you're staffed by a doctor or whether you're staffed by a mid-level practitioner. And to me, I honestly don't understand how anybody can be against collecting the data.
You're a doctor. I think your first obligation is to do no harm. I think this is going to do more harm to people and really tie their hands to not be able to continue to provide the service that they do.
Senator Stutz claimed that the Alabama Hospital Association's opposition to this bill influenced its failure in the committee today. I reached out to the Alabama Hospital Association for their thoughts on the bill. They said in part that they felt this bill solved a problem that they say does not exist. Live at the State House, Jessica Umbro, Fox 10 News.
All right, Jessica, thank you. Now to Washington. President Trump delivering a wide-ranging and record-long State of the Union address. The president spending nearly 2 hours to defend his policies and draw a sharp contrast with Democrats. Washington correspondent Stephen Going breaks down the key moments.
On Tuesday, President Donald Trump said America is entering a golden age, but Democrats have a very different view of where the country is headed. During his State of the Union, President Donald Trump touted what he called a strong economy while blaming Democrats for rising costs, even as many Americans remain concerned about affordability.
Inflation is plummeting. Incomes are rising fast. The roaring economy is roaring like never before.
Trump also slammed the Supreme Court after 6 justices blocked his emergency tariffs just days before the address, and he laid out foreign policy priorities in places like Venezuela and Iran.
My preference is to solve this problem through diplomacy. But one thing is certain, I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon.
Overnight, there were ceremonial moments as well, including recognition for military servicemen. U.S. men's Olympic hockey champions. Republicans had virtually nothing but praise.
I thought it was a great speech. I thought it gave a pretty clear diagnosis of the things that have happened that have been very positive in the last year. Securing the border, crimes down, the economic outlook's looking better.
But Democratic lawmakers pushed back. Some protested inside the House chamber. Congressman Al Green of Texas was removed early on in the address. Dozens of other Democrats attended a counter rally on the National Mall.
His cruelty and his indecency, we are more divided now than at any time since the Civil War.
Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger delivered the official Democratic Party response. She offered up a contrasting message ahead of the midterms, claiming the president was to blame for high costs, also accusing Trump of corruption.
Cozying up to foreign princes for airplanes and billionaires for ballrooms, putting his name and face on buildings all over our nation's capital. This is not what our founders envisioned.
In Washington, I'm Stephen Goen.
Continuing coverage now in the search for 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie. It's in its 25th day now. Her family is making a major plea for help.
They are offering a $1 million reward. That's for information leading to their mother's recovery. Guthrie's daughter, Today anchor Savannah, posting a tearful video on social media acknowledging that her mom might already be gone.
The FBI says it has received more than 22,000 calls since the investigation started, including 750 credible tips just this week. Despite the massive search, investigators say they still have no leading theory on a motive.
Experienced search teams from Mexico and the United Cajun Navy are joining the effort, using dogs and thermal drones to search the area.
All right, looking at our live camera from Daphne back towards Mobile, We've got some clouds out there right now. We've seen a couple of isolated showers in the area actually this afternoon, but the road's looking pretty dry here and traffic is flowing along just fine. We're not seeing any major delays at the Wallace Tunnel or on the I-10 Bayway. It's only about 8 or 9 minutes after 4 o'clock though, and that 5 o'clock rush hour is right around the corner. Checking Pensacola, it also looks good. I'll have a complete traffic update again coming up as we get closer to the 5 o'clock hour.
All right, we've got a heads up for drivers in Midtown Mobile now. Imogene Street at Hogan's Lane is closed for some drainage improvements. It's expected to last about a week and then open back up. You can use South Florida Street or South Sage Avenue to get around it. And residents will still have access to their homes. After work on Imogene Street is complete, Hogan's Lane will be closed to accommodate the next phase of this project.
Ahead on Fox News at 4, she has spent the last year representing a historic tradition and serving her community. Miss Teen Juneteenth is joining us for a live interview to talk about some of the highlights of her reign and what is next. Then, strawberry season is here. Baldwin County Farm is bringing the harvest to you. Coming up, we're at Seasons in the Sun to see their unique growing method and why the smell is turning heads in local parking lots. First, a live look outside. As we mentioned, it is strawberry season, the first fruit to ripen this spring. Fun fact, the average strawberry has 200 seeds. A reminder, red flags at the beach. This is Fox 10 News at 4.
Is going on Jeopardy on your birthday a good move?
Maybe.
Tonight at 6 on Fox 10.
As we are celebrating Black History Month, applications are now open for this year's Juneteenth pageant. Joining us to talk about her reign and community work is Miss Teen Juneteenth from 2025, Victoria Howell. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
I was asking you if it's a busy time and you said yes, and then I realized why. You also have your reign that you're in the middle of, and this is your senior year.
Yes.
So you're a Baker High School student.
Yes, I am.
How was participation in this pageant? Well, first, how did you hear about it?
So I heard about it because the person I usually volunteer with at the Cookery Project, Miss Carrie Nelson, she recommended me to do this program. And she texted me one random day and she was like, you would like to do the program? I'm like, sure. And so, yeah, rest is history.
And this is pretty neat because it's a scholarship pageant.
Yes.
A lot of leadership skills are taught. What did you learn?
I really learned to have confidence, and I really took that with me in the upcoming months. Still, as a senior, you have to have confidence, and not only that, you have to have like a lot of time management. And we did multiple workshops with things like mental health that helped me, and we did even workshops with making our own vision boards, which was really exciting. So yeah, and then we had this thing with the sister circle, and we got to talk with our own person we're doing our occupation with. So I wanted to be a pediatric surgeon, and so I talked with the lady who wants to be who is a pediatric oncologist, and it's really fun getting to know her, and just really good knowing the tips I need for that career future.
I love this. You're talking about time management and mental health. Support. You are adulting already.
Yes.
So what have you been doing with your reign? How have you spent your time in the community?
Yes, so I've been talking at some events. Just 2 weeks ago, I went to Children's and Women's Hospital where they had their Mardi Gras parade, and we got to stroll around the Women's and Children's Hospital, which was really fun. And then I got to speak at this breast cancer event early in October. Not only that, fun thing is this upcoming Friday, I'm going back to my middle school to speak at their Black History program. So it's like a wraparound.
Yeah, how about that?
I know.
Will you be nervous for that? It'll be full circle.
I think I'm nervous to talk in front of people that I once was at school with. Yes.
Well, they'll certainly be able to relate to you. If someone is watching and they're thinking, I don't know if pageants is for me, what would you say? Because applications are still being accepted.
I feel like pageants are for everybody, and just show and give out your best personality to the world because everyone needs it. And all that, just don't shuttle it in yourself, because you need to just let everyone know who you truly are, and also just leave with confidence. I think confidence is such an important thing coming in pageants, so yeah.
Now, you mentioned that this is your senior year. Have you committed to a college yet? Can we share that?
Yes, I think I can. I'm going to University of Alabama at Birmingham.
Awesome.
And I'm majoring in cancer biology, so I'm really excited about that.
Well, we wish you the very best. Is there anything else you want to add?
Just want to say that applications are open until February 28th, and not only that, again, like if you're unsure about applying or just to like any other pageant, just like go for it because you never know what happened. And our motto is more than a pageant, so the pageant's not the only component. You'll build like a sisterhood and stuff. So yeah, thank you.
You've got such poise.
Thank you.
One tip for confidence for you.
I feel like one tip for it is you have to change that mindset. Like the mental state is such an important thing, and once you kind of like wire your mindset into something new and also something that you want to be, then you can present yourself well in front of the public and just to anybody.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank
Such
you.
a pleasure meeting you and
Thank
chatting with
you.
you, and congrats.
Thank you.
We will have, and again, the deadline for Miss Juneteenth is February 28th. We've got that registration information for you along with this interview posted on fox10tv.com. So look for it under studio interviews. That'll be under the menu section shortly after this newscast. Victoria, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, downtown Mobile with our Dolphins cam. You can see the clouds out there. We've seen a few stray showers in our area today. This is our all-in Credit Union view from our Dolphins cam looking kind of to the north and east up over the Tensas Delta. You've got the Mobile River right there in the foreground and the waterfront and some of the shipping interest going on there on Mobile River. Let's check out our situation with our forecast. Our mild temperatures are back. In fact, we may just call it warm because we're going to be in the mid to upper 70s for the next 5 days. You're probably looking at that and going, man, we've got some great weather. Sort of. We've got a little rain chance mixed in that we're going to have to deal with first, and then we do have some great weather by the weekend. Right now, we're not completely rain-free. I'm going to switch over to the high-res radar, and there are some little showers here that have been coming in off the Gulf across Perdido Bay and north of Pensacola. We're also seeing a few showers, it looks like up into Greene County, and we've actually seen these on our live cameras, so we know it's actually raining, or has rained here, right here over Orange Beach and up towards Lillian. Couple of little brief showers. We've got some of that activity near Leaksville. Just had a shower passing through. This may not bring any measurable rain, but it could make the ground damp just in spots, trace amounts. 70 degrees right now in Orange Beach with a couple of showers off into the distance, maybe a little bit of a raindrop on the lens right there. So yeah, we're seeing some of that activity. We've got a real strong southerly flow, rough surf at the beaches, almost spring break season. We're almost there as we turn the corner into March. Gulf water temperatures are way too cold for swimming. Here's a look at what we're seeing with our Futurecast, and our high-res modeling is showing the occasional isolated shower tonight. We're not going to be completely rain-free overnight. We'll have a 20% rain chance. Tomorrow, we're going to continue to see these little small showers around, and like today, it'll be a little breezy. We're going to see gusty winds in the area, gusting up to about 20 to 25 miles an hour. Better chances of rain develop as we head into Friday night and early on Friday morning, or I should say early Friday morning in the early morning hours, and then looking into early in the morning hours on our Friday with some showers around. Here are our temperatures for tomorrow. Despite the spotty rain, we're going to be in the upper 70s. Calvert, Atmore, Bay Minette 75, 72 in Fairhope, and 76 in Pensacola. Our rain chances break down like this. Widely scattered showers on our Thursday. Not a lot of rain, but there will be some showers around. 77 degrees. Pretty good chance of rain late Thursday night and early Friday morning. We still could see some rain lingering through the middle of the day on Friday with some thunderstorms mixed in. Rain chances 60%. Now, I mentioned good weather. Saturday and Sunday, the weekend, highs will be in the mid to upper 70s both days, and we're going to see a lot more sunshine, and we're not advertising rain chances, and that pattern should hold into next week. It looks like a lot of consistency to our weather with our temperatures. No cold air, no freezes. So like in that 7-day forecast, just having to deal with the rain a little bit over the next 2 days.
No freezes is good for our local strawberry farms, right? We are officially in strawberry season, and several of those farms in our area are making sure we have the freshest ones right in our homes. That includes one farm in Baldwin County. Fox 10's Stephen Moody visited them this morning and has more on the process.
You'll smell them before you see them. That's how fresh the strawberries are here at Seasons in the Sun in Baldwin County. They were up early Wednesday morning loading hundreds of berries into vehicles to deliver them straight to customers, and people always want more.
As soon as we make a stop, you know, the smell comes out and it just permeates the air. So even not just the customers that are there to pick up their berries at the locations that we stop, but people that are driving through the parking lots, they see it and they're like, hey, can we buy some berries? So we always try to carry extra so we can sell.
And they take a lot of pride in their work, especially because of how tough the farming industry is.
Farming itself is rough because you have the elements that you have to contend with, but we do grow hydroponically in greenhouses, so that's a little more controlled environment. But in field farming, yeah, I mean, it's the cold, it's the heat, it's the rain, it's the lack of rain, it's the bugs, it's the fungus, it's, you know, you have so many things to contend with.
They also have a farm delivery service that delivers fresh fruits, veggies, and other produce straight to the doors of residents, all to help people realize how important local farming really is.
It's important that people do know that there are farms still around, and there's a lot of smaller farms, and you should support whichever one's in your area.
Stephen Moody, Fox 10 News.
Okay, I can say Stephen brought back some of those strawberries. Delicious. Yummy. All right, when we come back, from pop icons to hip hop legends, the nominees for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame class of 2026 are out. We're going to show you which first-time nominees made the cut and which bands are getting a second chance at induction.
Lexus of Mobile is proud to sponsor the Fox 10 Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Fox 10 Pledge of Allegiance, sponsored by Lexus of Mobile.
So if you just want your best deal
with no shenanigans,
then shop McConnellAutomotive.com.
Okay, fans of the hit show Heated Rivalry will soon be able to stay at one of their filming locations.
All right, the infamous house where Shane and Ilya had their secret retreat during the final episode will be available on Airbnb starting March 3rd. Fans will be able to experience the cottage in Ontario, Canada.
Okay, so the cottage is on the western shore of Lake Muskoka, and it has a private waterfront, kayaks, canoes, plus a fire pit outside. The rental is about $180 a night.
Okay, Heated Rivalry debuted November 28th on HBO Max. The Canadian-based show averaged 9 million viewers per episode in the U.S.
So you've heard about it, but you've not seen it yet.
No, I have not watched it. I don't have HBO at this moment, but it is a huge deal. So many people are obsessed with it.
Are you on that rotation, Shelby, where you're...
I do. Listen.
I love how she slid that. I don't have it at this moment.
You have to save money, cut costs where you need to, and I don't need all of them. So HBO had to go until the new season of Game of Thrones, not knockoffs, but spinoffs come out.
June.
Then I'll get it back.
Yeah. I said, Shelby, have you seen the trailer for the new? Anyhow, we're diverging. Let's continue on with this.
Okay. All right, the nominees for the class of 2026 inductions into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame are now known. The announcement coming just this morning. There's 17 nominees, including Phil Collins, Mariah Carey, Lauryn Hill, Luther Vandross, as well as Pink, Wu-Tang Clan, and Shakira.
Billy Idol, New Order, just some of the nominations included after missing an induction last year. 2 sets of musical brothers, the Black Crowes and Oasis. There are also repeats on the list.
10 of the nominees are first-timers, and they'll be revealed in April, along with inductees in 3 special committee categories: musical influence, musical excellence, and the Ahmet Ertegun non-performer award. Lenise, you're well rounded on that one, but yeah, Phil Collins. First off, he's not doing so well health-wise.
Oh,
so I think that this could be important for him in his time of his life right now.
Well, I saw. Speaking of the Wu-Tang Clan, I saw a headline. One of the founding members, a producer, I believe, has died yesterday, responsible for the group and their clothing line. So maybe this would be, a win for him as well, posthumously. It's great to be recognized for your work, but these guys, they don't need that, right?
No,
they don't need it.
Just a little cherry on top. The women's U.S. hockey team is invited to celebrate their Winter Olympic gold medal with rapper Flava Flav.
Okay. In a social media post, Flavor Flav said he would be playing host to the Olympians in Las Vegas. And he said it would be a celebration with nice dinners and shows and good times.
The founding member of Public Enemy is no stranger to supporting both the Winter and Summer Olympics. In 2024, he was the official hype man for the U.S. water polo teams at the Paris Summer Games.
In the Winter Olympics in Italy, Flav was the backer of Team USA's bobsled and skeleton squads. I love how he is just really, he went head first. He dived right into this. Good for him.
I just can't not think of the show that he was on, the reality show.
What was that called?
Flavor of Love.
Yeah,
that's it. And so I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to party with Flavor Flav.
You watched that?
I did, a little bit here and there. Probably behind my parents' back.
Yeah, you
it was
did.
A little risque when I
didn't
was
watch that.
young.
I didn't watch it.
You're missing out.
Okay, next up, we're going to highlight a local nonprofit with a goal to help the cause of other nonprofits.
Yeah, we're going to have more on how you can get involved in a live studio interview next. And we'll also have this story.
There have been clinical trials that show that mRNA vaccine generates stronger responses and more protection than the standard flu vaccine.
The tech that brought us the COVID-19 vaccine could be the future of your annual flu shot.
How this could change the way we fight the flu. Next.
Maybe we should settle this one.
Don't hesitate. Call Dean Wade. 265-1000 right now.
All right, let's look outside first with our Eastern Shore Toyota Hyundai camera here from the Admiral, and you can see a good flow of traffic coming in and out of the Wallace Tunnel. We've got some scatter clouds out there this evening. We've even seen a few brief showers in our area. And here's what we're tracking on our Fox 10 weather app. We've got an update on the forecast. Nick, let's just put this one up here. It's a weekend forecast. And now we've got some raindrops for the end of the week, but by the weekend, it looks outstanding. So that's always good to know. Also have an update on what we're seeing rainfall wise, the potential for showers moving into the area and the timing. All right, here's what we saw with one of the pictures that came into us. We made out a big push for sunset pictures yesterday. We thought we'd get some good ones, and we did. This comes from Art G in Gulf Shores, taken near West Beach and out off of Little Lagoon Pass. So yeah, great shot there. We appreciate the pictures. We got a ton of them yesterday. We may still get a few this evening. Hopefully it's a decent sunset. There are some clouds out there. If you see a pretty picture, take it and submit it using the Fox 10 weather app. Tomorrow, in Pensacola, we're going to start out with temperatures in the mid 60s, and then we're going to get up into the mid 70s into the afternoon. Winds out of the southwest at about 15 miles an hour tomorrow. Breezy and a few stray showers mixed in. We'll see the same thing in Mobile. Isolated, widely scattered showers, strong breezes out of the southwest, and temperatures running way above normal. We've got some above normal weather really to contend with here for the next couple of days, and I think you'll enjoy it after that cold spell at the beginning of the week. 70 degrees in downtown Mobile, winds out of the south-southwest, and we're not too worried about fog tonight. We should have enough of a breeze to bust that up. We are tracking a few showers presently, and a quick check of radar shows some of that shower activity here, mainly just north of Pensacola. Seen a little rain on the northern end of Perdido Bay, not much in Mobile, but a couple of stray showers in Greene County and Washington County. I'll have a more in-depth look at these and your long-range forecast coming up.
All right, thanks, Jason. The American Heart Association says without better prevention and early detection, heart disease and stroke will increase substantially in women over the next few decades. High blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, it all adds to the increase, and not just in older women, but younger women as well. Researchers looked at the historical trends from census estimates and 2 national surveys determining the amount of women with at least one type of cardiovascular disease will increase from nearly 11% in 2020 to more than 14% in 2050. Statement authors note the study did not take into account the use of GLP-1 drugs, which research has shown can help to lower the risk of recurring heart attacks and heart failures. The team notes it's never too late or too early to take better care of yourself. Having those regular checkups, taking medications if you need them, and building healthy habits, which are all proven to reduce heart disease risk.
Well, this Friday, Fox 10 and Infirmary Health are hosting a free heart health screening event. You're going to get a complete cholesterol screening and blood pressure check with just a simple finger stick. And those results come back in 5 minutes. No fasting is required. We do encourage you to take part in our Show Your Heart Some Love event the morning of February 27th from 8 to 11. A healthcare professional will review your results right there on the spot. mRNA, or messenger RNA technology, has received overwhelming attention in recent years, especially after it enabled the rapid development of the COVID-19 vaccine. Last week, the Food and Drug Administration reversed course and said they would now review Moderna's mRNA flu shot, which health experts say might come with advantages over the traditional one.
There have been clinical trials that show that mRNA vaccine generates stronger responses and more protection than the standard flu vaccine. But another thing that it can do is it can shorten the time needed to choose a vaccine strain.
Well, experts say this year's flu season is an example of how a new mRNA flu shot could help. When a new strain of the virus emerged, it didn't match well to the existing flu shot, but nothing could be done since it would take several months to create a new vaccine. Well, the official start of spring is still more than 3 weeks away. Hold on. But for the 1 in 4 U.S. adults and nearly 1 in 5 children who suffer from seasonal allergies,
yeah, they're having a hard time. And now is the time that you need to get ready before the onslaught of symptoms. And your Health Minute, Mandy Gaither, is speaking with an allergist about the steps you can take before the allergy season starts.
It's almost that time of year again. The flowers, the sun, the pollen ready to pounce.
And you definitely don't want to wait for the onset of symptoms.
Dr. Rohit Katyal with National Jewish Health says if you suffer from seasonal allergies, now is the time to get ready before spring has sprung and symptoms are triggered so the reaction isn't as extreme.
And in most places in the United States, the trees go first. So those who are tree allergic, they're going to feel the most symptoms here early in the season.
To prevent severe allergy symptoms, Katyal says to go ahead and start using steroid nasal sprays, which can help reduce inflammation, swelling, and mucus in the nose. He says most should be sprayed once a day before and throughout the season.
That's a great one to start, but that can't be used as needed. Once somebody begins those nasal steroid sprays, they should be used daily.
Katyal says to take daily oral antihistamine medication as needed. If your allergies tend to start earlier, he says it's okay to take the pills in advance. But if your spring symptoms are late bloomers, like if you have grass allergies, consider starting the pills closer to grass season around late April.
If you tend to have really severe eye symptoms where you really have a lot of daily itch, then the eye drops are also a nice addition to the regimen.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Library of local content.
Unwritten legend.
This is crazy good. So good. Stream anytime. The Fox 10 Gulf Stream. Welcome back to Fox News at 4. The power of women joining forces, collectively getting their resources to help the better of the community. That is what Impact 100 is all about. And there are so many of these organizations throughout the area. You've got Mobile, Baldwin, Escambia, but today we are sitting down with Stephanie Bernal and Miss Alicia Searcy to talk about the efforts for Impact 100 Baldwin County. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Absolutely.
So a lot of people are familiar with this group because it has been around for so many years and there's been a lot of money that has been used in the community. But for those not familiar with it, how would you describe it?
Sure. So Impact 100 is actually a national philanthropic model that we in Baldwin County are a part of. And essentially, we've got women of like-minded generosity coming together to pool their dollars. Each woman gives $1,000 annually. And together, we're able to help nonprofits make transformational change in Baldwin County through grants.
And talking about that transformational change, there are different areas that we focus on with Impact 100.
There are.
Yeah, so we go to the community and ask nonprofits in Baldwin County, or those who are helping residents of Baldwin County, to participate. And those 5 areas that we grant to are education, environment, arts and culture, family, and health and wellness.
And it's really incredible too, especially if you're new to the area. We know how much Baldwin County is growing. It's a great way to get involved, but also see what's available in the area. I'm curious how you got started with the group.
Well, I think like many people, you want to be generous with your dollars, but sometimes you just don't know how to do it independently. And so Impact 100 is very unique in the fact that not only do you contribute $1,000 personally, but you can participate in what we call focus groups. And these focus groups are categorized, just as you mentioned, of the different nonprofits in the area. And the women that are in Impact come together over a matter of 3 months to vet and analyze every single nonprofit and how they operate and who is most deserving of this grant money. So you're able to learn and become inspired by those nonprofits in the community. And at the same time, we're able to build lasting friendships with Impact members and those who are giving back to the community.
Absolutely. Stephanie, I know that you have been involved in focus groups, and I think right now we're looking at some pictures from the national event that was held recently. I want to talk about the nonprofits and just the incredible services that are available locally, and they need the money to continue.
Yes. So our membership drive ends in March, but the nonprofits are all invited to look at the website, see if they're eligible. You just have to be a 501c3 and a public charity. Of course, impact the residents of Baldwin County. You don't even need to be from Baldwin County as long as you're impacting Baldwin County. And in addition to those 5 areas, you also need to make sure that you have, programs that are impacting, poverty levels, education, and the health and wellness of our community.
Okay, so we are out of time, but really quickly want to go over the deadlines for Impact 100 Baldwin. What are those?
So for those people who want to participate as contributing members, March 31st is the deadline of our membership drive, but we have personal events too over the month of March that you can actually attend and get to know our membership and see if it's something that would interest you.
Okay. Final thought?
Yeah, and then the nonprofits who are interested, that grant training is April 30th, and it's held in Fairhope, so make sure you know about it.
We'll have that information posted on fox10tv.com. Ladies, thank you for the work that you're doing and for stopping by on this busy afternoon. Look for this interview shortly on our website, fox10tv.com.
All right, our temperatures are about to continue to improve. They'll be warmer tomorrow than they were today, and it's going to stay in the range of generally the mid to upper 70s all the way into early next week. The only issue we see with this is that we're going to see some raindrops on Thursday and Friday. May not be a ton of rain, but at least some scattered showers and a few thunderstorms will affect the tail end of the week. The weekend looks great. Here's what we're seeing right now. We actually have a little bit of light rain out there right now. We've got a few showers down here just on the north side of Pensacola. They've been working across around Lillian and Seminole, and they're tracking up towards Cantonment. So don't be surprised if you see a brief shower. Rain chances are super low this afternoon, but we do have some activity. We've seen a few light sprinkles and showers in Greene County too, and we will continue with an isolated chance of showers overnight. You can see some of those darker clouds as we look from the beach back towards the east across Perdido Pass here, and the sky's a little gray. We did have a little more sunshine earlier today. Winds are out of the south-southwest. We've seen some higher gusts, and the surf's getting pretty rough down at the beaches. I expect that to continue tomorrow. Thankfully, the water temperatures are so cold, nobody's really tempted to swim, but we do have red flag conditions. Looking at our Futurecast model here, our high-res modeling showing spotty showers overnight tonight. We'll continue to see that chance of spotty rain tomorrow, maybe a little better chance of some scattered showers. showers in the picture through tomorrow. Most of the rain totals will be light, but we can see enough out there to make the ground damp or the streets wet in some spots. Heavier showers and storms come in Friday, late Thursday night and early Friday morning. Our temperatures tomorrow will be getting up into the upper 70s, so we are excited about that, getting some warmer weather back in here. And this should do it. This warm spell ought to get the azaleas pretty much in full bloom as we head into the first week in March. They're already trying to bloom now. Had a little setback with the cold, but here we go. After the showers end on Friday, 76, 77 Saturday, and 78 on Sunday. We're going to stay in the 70s next week on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Want to get you caught up on the stories we'll have for your most local news at 5.
Yeah, first we are learning more about what sparked a mass shooting the night of Joe Cain Day. One suspect has been arrested and police say they're looking for more.
And also 2 people have died in 3 days in Mobile. The latest incident on Highway 90. We are finding out what's being done to keep people safe and whether you think Mobile is walkable. Also, the Battle of the Cannon between Murphy and McGill. That has not happened this year. It's the first time since 1935. We're going to speak with a former coach and current AHSAA rep all about this. We'll have those stories coming up in about 10 minutes, so stay close.
I'm Sarah Wall. Today on In Depth, we are talking about a push to provide no-cost breakfast for all students in Alabama public schools. There is a nonprofit organization that is asking the legislature to get involved and increase funding to make this program happen. We're taking a look at this push for no-cost breakfast and what could it mean for local schools and students. We're also taking a look at food insecurity numbers here in our area. And you can check it out on In Depth with Sarah Wall. It's on our Fox 10 Gulfstream TV app, our Fox 10 Facebook page, and on our Fox 10 website, fox10tv.com.
When we come back, a barber is going above and beyond to make sure every customer feels at peace, even closing his shop to give one special young man the perfect haircut. We're going to show you the great adventure on Fox 10 News at 4 when we return.
Don't hesitate. Call me, Dean Waite. Tell the insurance company you mean business.
Did you know the most meaningful conversations can happen without a single word being spoken?
For one mom, finding the right barber for her non-verbal son felt like an impossible task.
Then a viral recommendation led her to a shop where compassion is always in style. Alexa Urbach shows us how a simple haircut turned into a life-changing friendship.
I want people to be so at peace they feel they can let their guard down.
Whether walking or rolling into wavelengths.
Ooh, that is beautiful.
Barbershop owner Keon says he wants everyone who comes through his doors to feel at ease.
Some people talk to you with their eyes, with their soul, with their laugh, and with their smile. Ain't that right? Like that. See, he know what's going on.
It's that kind of kinship that drew in Christian Morgan and her son.
We were struggling to find a new place to go where Caleb's needs weren't overwhelming.
After Keon's name was buzzing on social media, Morgan is now overwhelmed with gratitude.
They go above and beyond to make somebody like Caleb comfortable.
Keon even closed his shop just for Caleb so he could settle in and feel comfortable. Normally, Caleb's mom would hold him during a haircut, but this time, Keon took the lead.
And he was like, no, I got this, I got this. I was able to move and flow with Caleb the way that Caleb needed.
Yeah, don't that feel good? I wanted to give him some texture in his cut, a little bit of volume, and a nice taper.
Caleb's haircut was shaped by more than clippers. It was crafted with care and attention.
I'm gonna cry. People who love people really matter more now than ever.
As for what Caleb thinks of Keon,
yeah, I'll translate for Caleb real quick. Let me find out.
Keon says they're like video game partners.
So he said he's Mario, I'm Luigi. He said that we are on this great adventure called life together, and I think everybody else should pick up a controller and play too.